All right, we are back from the National, first episode post-National, and we're coming out swinging. We've got the owner of Black Gold Sports Cards, Bryan, with us, and man, this guy brings it. He is high energy. We love this guy.
Yeah, definitely, Matt. One of the probably the better interviews that we had in that he was an open book. Like, he's just like, "You got a question? Ask me. Business, card collecting, whatever it is, I got you. Let's get into it."
All right, we have Bryan from Black Gold Sports Cards. Welcome in, man.
How's it going?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. Founder, CEO, all things, man. You guys are doing great stuff, and but you've built quite an empire.
Yeah,
We're really
we're
excited to have
working.
you, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Working hard every day, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you the grind, so it's just constant, but
Yeah,
it's the fun of the hobby, to be
that's
completely
right, man.
honest.
Well, we saw you, you and your team in full glory there at the National and had a great chance to meet you. We had awesome chance to watch you break a bunch of cards there while you were doing your thing. And man, what a group of people you've got on your team. Just excited to do what they're doing. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, our team is special. We have a wide variety of personalities. Some went to college, some didn't go to college. And to be
Yeah.
completely honest, you don't need to go to college for this. In the end, you just need to love. Dude, this goes back to, like, you and your basement going in. How did you collect, you know? How do you sort pieces, or how did you start doing research, or, like, how'd you get to where you're at, you know? You could ask the question to anybody. How
Yeah.
do you know so much about that set? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
But
mean, if the National taught us anything, watching those kids walk around with, I mean, to your point, you don't need to go to college, $20,000 in a little case, walking around striking deals. I mean, they're learning on the streets, as it were, right?
yeah, no, that's actually crazy too. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that at that age.
Yeah,
I was
neither
I
was
was
I.
putting the
Yeah.
I was putting the cards in the, bike spokes and making,
No, I
smile
always
at the
wonder.
motor stuff.
I mean, shit, I wasn't even doing it at that age. Holy cr my parents would've told me to, like, I don't even know what my parents would have told me, to be completely honest with you. So, they've been like, "Are you crazy?" But, yeah, I give props to, I mean, I see them. I've talked with them. I'm friends with a couple of them up here in Wisconsin, and, um, there's 2 kids that come up when you said that, and they're at the Oak Creek show down in South Milwaukee, and, dude, these kids hustle. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so
Oh, I
cool to
know.
see, so,
We were watching it, but before we dive into how you built your empire, let's
yeah.
talk about your collecting history. I mean, were you a collector as a kid, or how did it start for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was just a collector like everybody was when you are a kid. I mean, I guess I can't say everybody, but I was a collector when I was a kid growing up. I always collected more than my brothers, you know. My mom always made weird jokes. Oh, maybe you like she thought that one day I would do something in the sports business. She joked around about the sports cards, but it really wasn't like that. I mean, there were sports card shops, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
I mean, they're not thriving like they are today.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Or they
sure.
were, maybe they were a little bit, but they aren't. You know what I'm saying? There
Oh,
was
yeah.
questions.
Right.
So in today's day, I mean, like I collected throughout my whole life up until, I would say like right around when LeBron James, right after rookie, 2000, so
Yeah.
or 2003, excuse me. And so right, so probably 2004, 2005 latest. Then I stopped.
Yeah.
My parents weren't rich or anything like that. They were, hardworking people. Like, I
Yeah.
played select sports, had 2 brothers. Man, that was enough for them, you know? They can't
Sure.
buy me a pack of cards. Like, dude, you're getting brand new cleats every year.
Yeah, those
So,
cards aren't gonna happen, right, I get it.
yeah, like, you gotta pick and choose what you want in life, and sports were that for me, and that's okay. So, I grew up, and after college, I graduated, with a business degree from St. Norbert College up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then, I came back, I was a tax accountant for 10 years. Still not collecting, though. Still
Right.
told my parents not to sell my cards in the rummage sale.
You gave them the
I
warning
did.
every time she said, "Hey, we're having
Every
a
Like, "No,
time,
sale."
you gotta come get this
100%.
box. Come get this box from us." Like, "No, no, no, wait, another year, don't worry."
She always asked me if I wanted to sell my cards, and I said, "No." Not the sports cards. I screwed up and sold my Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
dude, and I had
I
some
don't know
nice ones
anything
too.
about Pokemon, but I know that there's money there.
I had some nice ones.
Yeah.
And, hey, it's alright. You make mistakes, you know what? I'm fine with it. Somebody else, that's nature of the hobby,
Right,
right?
yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
find the golden gems, and that was a golden gem. So, anyways, I worked at the tax job downtown Milwaukee, very good job. As a tax analyst, I was a level 3, so it's like I was climbing up there. But in year 6 of that job, I started getting back into cards, and that's when it was just when COVID hit. I was probably one of the first jobs that got sent home from COVID at being a tax analyst. Like, there
Yeah.
was no reason for me to be at my job. I could do my job at anywhere. So they're like, "You're gonna go home." So, but I was so good at my tax job. Like, dude, I was good. It's like chess, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know how to play chess, you're good, you're good. Well, tax is similar to chess. If you're good at tax, well, you could do a lot of things with your time. So I decided to do sports cards. So I started going through my own personal cards, started looking up. I'm like, holy shit, look at these cards. Excuse my language, but like, look at these prices on these
Yeah.
cards.
So
And then,
this is from your stash that was at mom's house?
yep, yep.
That
And
wa
dude,
Okay.
I started sending cards out to grading and testing out this and testing out that. And then I created a service. It was all PSA group submissions. And then I figured that out. And now I'm grading cards because I've figured that out, you know? Now I got about a dude, I created a company. It was weird, not in breaks, but I created a wipe down and submission company. $3.50 per card. You send me your cards, I'll tell you the problem and where it is on the card, and I'll submit it for you. I'm not here to like, I've been buying into these breaks. I gotta pay them off somehow. I'm buying into
Yeah.
other people's breaks.
I
Because
gotta
Kobe
support
White
the
base
hobby, right?
prisms are going for PSA 10s are going for 300. Why wouldn't you jump into a break? If you could grade every base prism and get 300 return, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
in
you
the
knew the
end, yeah.
numbers. It was about numbers.
All
You
about the numbers, and my wife
Yeah.
was like, "Where'd the money go?" Blah, blah. I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Bang. You know what? Card's paid off. This card's paid off." I'm not even joking either when I'm saying this. Dude, next thing you know it, I'm doing 2 million cards at PSA.
Holy
So
cow.
my
My
wipe down
god.
review process really took off. Like, and I'm talking about took off.
And was it just you?
So I created the company and then I couldn't keep up with it. So like I needed to maximize, right? If at the time you needed to maximize the market. So I thought I'd find somebody else, found somebody else local. At the time, I gave him 50% of my company and not knowing that it was gonna turn into whatever it could turn into, right? Well, yeah, so I ended up buying him out later in the like, later. It was just best,
Yeah.
um, and no more comment on that.
Okay.
So, anyways, I took off, I moved my office. So then that's PSA shut down, right? So at that time, that's where things get complex.
Right. Okay.
I go into streaming. What else am I gonna do? I started doing eBay consignment because all the cards are coming back from PSA that now we can't submit to. Nobody wants to submit to CGC, and it's not possible to submit with Beckett. What are you gonna do as a group submission company?
Yeah.
You're literally in a pickle now. So I created live streaming. I got accepted onto Whatnot. It was at the interview stage only part where they're not floodgating everybody on.
Yep.
Um, I applied, got accepted, bang. Um, and from there, I created the first 35,000 followers based on baseball breaks. I did baseball breaks, did them at $1, was successful. Man, I've had streams where I've had 100 people in my room. But then when they opened up the floodgates, that's when you then saw another problem happen where you had 60 people in your stream on a daily basis, but now you don't. So how do you overcome something like that, right?
Right.
And like the grind. So right. So there's a difference. So I started hiring on about 6 months after that. And we were doing singles at the time, just running singles on Whatnot because product was scarce still, you know, it's not always easy,
Yeah. So are you getting
whatever.
how are you getting the singles? You get them from yourself, your
Uh,
friends, buying into
yeah,
breaks,
dude,
getting
I
them that
just
way?
buy from everybody. I mean, like Facebook groups, Instagram groups, shows, everywhere, anywhere. It's really easy. You can buy. You'll never like if you know how to grind, like seriously, as a live streamer, if you know how to grind, you can literally never run out of work. Because if you run out of wax and your excuse for not streaming is, "I don't have any product." Well, that's a horrible excuse because you could go get product at your show, like singles and sell singles and flip singles on live streams too. So, like, if you have built something, you think that those collectors don't like singles too? Like, there's always something. And it's good to have that, like it I mean, it's good to have a second course too. So, I mean, like, if you can't get it enough product, like actual like wax, whatever you wanna call it, um, sealed product, then you could just run singles. And so I've created both parts, and you guys saw that at the national, and I think that I was the only one of the only streamers there. There were maybe a couple, I shouldn't say the only. I was one of the only, streamers there doing singles, but I think I was the only breaker that had 1 full breaks stream and then 1 full single stream at the same time.
Yeah, off to
Yeah.
the other side, the other setup, yeah.
So,
Yep, yep. So
oh yeah. So then when you kind of decided to dive into singles up front there, like were you going on like already 8 hours a day, or were you like, hey, let's do a schedule of just like 3 hours? Like what was your
no,
like how
I
you
was doing a full, like, 10 hours straight. And sometimes I'd have like 130 people in my room, and just it was absolute chaos. But there was a time where I had created a locked in a deal, obviously, with allocation and all of that. That's extremely difficult. I've worked hard my entire career in the hobby to deserve that. And we finally got, we locked that in. So at that time, I switched completely back to breaks, what I was doing back when I first started on Whatnot, and now I don't stop running that on 2 Whatnot accounts. I I mean, we're not gonna get away from singles though, is what I said though, and we're doing that on, Fanatics Live, so, and we're also running boxes and packs and everything all over there at the same time, because actually the best singles shows are when you have it all. You have singles, wax packs, you have boxes for sale in the store, you got everything for that customer, and it's like,
So they come
yeah,
in for singles, then they see that you have some packs, you have some boxes in your store, and there's variation, there's, they can
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be stale singles for 16 straight hours, which we do run 16-hour days when we're back here in Wisconsin. At the National, obviously, we're limited, but we had a nighttime stream going on, so yeah, we it's good to switch it up, like 16 straight hours of singles, can get kinda boring. It's hard to run that long of a show f just singles, you know what I'm saying? So running packs throughout the day, some boxes here and there, kinda split it up, it helps make the show go a lot better, you know?
So let's go back in time real quick. So you're at home, COVID sent you home. Now you're
Yep.
like, "Okay, I gotta do something with this. I'm enjoying the hobby." You're still by yourself, right? You're looking at and exploring the breaking, the selling. You're doing that on your own, or do you have somebody, a friend, partner with you?
With the break-in?
Now, when you first got started, when you applied to Whatnot, was that just you?
No, I was in that. I mean, I had a partner. I had a partner at the time. I actually also, back when I was doing my group subs, one of my customers reached out to me, and he happened to have, like, a larger amount of money that he was fortunate to have from his family, right? Well,
Mhm.
anyways, he was very interested in the company. He really loved the hobby, and he saw, like, he wanted to be a part of it, whether he could be there doing it with me or not, and
Yeah,
obviously, he wouldn't be there doing it with me because I'm live in a different state.
right.
So, as an investor, obviously, I could have gone. I told him, I gave him the pitch, you know? It was my one shot. I didn't have anything to lose.
That's right, man.
Gave
Go
him my
big or go home.
pitch. Yeah, exactly. So I went big, told him what I would do. It was my vision. It was my vision, and he liked it, and he wanted to buy in. And with that being said, that's when everything really changed, where I was able to kind of take what I was doing and move it to a corporate scale and start
Mhm.
making like a real impact on, and like, actually making it noticeable enough where, people like you will be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, who's black who's Black Gold?" You
yeah.
know?
Well, it's hard to
So,
miss you, man. What do you got? You got 100 almost 175,000 sold on just one of your channels, over 20,000 reviews,
yeah, that's crazy,
4.9
isn't it?
rating.
100
That's
almost had
crazy.
almost had 200,000 shipments.
Yeah, I'm seeing I'm looking at it up there on the big board there, and your rating. The rating's something big we focus on, so let's dive into that. Like, how do you deal with people that are unhappy with with product or shipments or whatever it is? How do you work through that? And
Yeah, I
again,
mean,
this
that's not easy.
yeah.
It's extremely difficult, obviously. My motto is, like, customer service 100%, meaning it starts on the live stream. there's like I don't know. You guys, I'm sure like you guys have spoken personally, and you hear the biases out there, like oh well, every whatnot streamer yelling, and oh all the scammers on these live streams, and hey, there's sure okay there are, but there are also people that are like me, where hey, if my streamer literally ever talks to somebody the way that you should not speak to somebody, they won't be breaking for Black Gold sports cards, okay? Well, I'll guarantee you that right here, okay? Like, we are good people.
Mhm.
We are genuine people. We are real people too. So that means when something does go wrong, please have a heart and work with us. Don't just jump
Oh, yeah.
and throw it at these are people unfortunately like that too. So in the end, obviously, if something ever goes wrong, we're gonna fully investigate it. And you know, we will make it right. Obviously, you can't be perfect. We're not
No
God.
one is, man.
So it's gonna happen. It sucks. It's the worst feeling ever when you have to tell somebody that, hey, a card's missing. Actually, we have a really solid team. So I created a system um 3 years ago. It is almost unbeatable. If you do it this way, it might take you a little bit longer, but you won't screw it up and you'll catch errors. So if somebody like a breaker puts it in the wrong column, well, guess what? If they don't follow the system, you're screwed. And if you ship one break wrong, that means you're shipping another break wrong,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't that make sense,
Yeah.
right? You ship
Oh,
one wrong, you're gonna
100%.
ship another one wrong. Now you got a big problem to use. Now you got 60 people involved.
It's stacking up.
Dude, seriously, trust me. I've
Yeah.
learned the hard way, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like
This
any
is coming
business.
from me. So
Mm. You live
I
and you
tell
learn.
everybody, I tell everybody on my team, I say, listen, if you think you know how to do it, you don't. Because you know why? I screwed it up.
Yeah.
I know where my screw ups happen, and that's why we do it this way. All right. If you do it this way, you're not going to make the screw ups. And if you do make a screw up, it's going to be make sure it's not a costly one. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're shipping.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's something to be said about making a new screw up versus one that you've told
eh,
them about, right? You know?
yeah, I upgraded our security cameras. Also, we just installed $20,000. Here, take a look. I mean, I will. You see that up there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a casino type security system. So if
No
you
kidding.
think that I'm
Yeah.
not joking around, like,
There's
dude, if you want to
Ocean's
look up
11 going on
You'll
here.
have to change your nickname to the Pit Boss.
100%. Well, I was like this. I was like, you know what? If we're gonna show the most transparency and whatnot's number one concern is like they really suggest you get really nice security for your shipping area. And I've always asked I mean, it's I don't know how you're gonna get like I mean, we can zoom in and you got HD quality, but to get some small print like that, it's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we would exactly do that, but in the end, this shows transparency. If our stream ever went black for some technical problem, they want to see it. We have it. We
Yeah.
have over the top stream cameras, HD. We will show you that nothing happened. And if something did happen, obviously that guy's in a lot of trouble. So, I mean, that would really suck. Like I would
Hey,
genuinely be concerned.
Brian, we completely get it. Uh,
Yeah.
I'll tell the story again just because 'cause you're here. We were breaking we break his 2 packs a day, so if you're listening, check it out. And I happened to not be paying attention. There's 3 of us in our little team for the 2 packs thing. I was by myself. I didn't have my the charger all the way in. My charger went black. RJ's at home moderating. The community's great. Nobody thought anything of it. I got myself back up and running, and it was a horrible, horrible feeling that, like you just said, you make mistakes, it'll never happen again. Now we triple check. RJ bought this special tool that keeps your phone from overheating. So yeah, you make mistakes and you live and learn by them. Now
100%. Yeah, you
we're
can't
we're not at
also
your
yeah,
scale though.
Yeah.
you don't know that your phone's gonna go
Right.
black at the
Yeah.
time that it went black, like, geez, what are the
Yeah.
chances? But it does happen weirdly, and so you gotta overprotect yourself.
Yeah. And you're I mean, it's clear that you work hard, to make sure your customers know that you're doing things right. And these
One-day
there are
ship time, that's important to me, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, or at least close to one-day ship time. I mean, some things you can't control if it's USPS issue, but we can control how fast we're shipping out of this place, and we strive obviously for that. I mean, that's so important, man. I mean, I try. Sometimes we get backed up and there's nothing you can do, but we're gonna try our hardest. Um but just fast ship times, and like one day respond to your customers. So every single streamer, it's a mandatory. If you stream here at Black Gold, you're also helping respond to customers because you don't know how many customers on whatnot on these bigger, like, I don't see, and that's like the weirdest thing about it. And this isn't about anything other than this. You got people that get, whatever, a lot of viewers in there, but don't respond. Like, seriously, they don't respond, man. They just black out, leave it on red, whatever the case is. Not with us, man. Everybody gets a response, and every single streamer is the reason why we're able to respond to it. It's a teamwork. It's a team
Yeah.
effort, which makes
Yeah.
us, in my opinion, I love that about my team, and like shows the grind. You know what I'm saying?
So you're talking about your team. So I think when we met up, you're saying you're up to like 20 now. So
20 employees.
yeah.
Yep.
So how did like that growth work when you're starting to bring on more and more? Are you like, hey, we're gonna segment rooms, and you're gonna run this stream, and you're gonna run this stream? Like, how does that work for you on growth?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's the hardest. That was the hardest part. Is scaling. Once you start scaling, I mean, that's really the hardest. So I started with Ricky and Kevin. That was my first two employees. And I had some other employees around them that just didn't work out, unfortunately, for whatever reason it was. It just didn't work out. And that's okay. Still a good relationship. It was just didn't work out. In the end, they went on Whatnot One. We grew that account. Then we switched it up a little bit there on Whatnot One, Whatnot Two. Then we're kind of getting both running. So if I did hire, we can get two accounts running at the same time eventually. That didn't work out the best, so we went back to one. Anyways, I started hiring. We came up with the idea of getting the shop, and we had hired on somebody moved. One of my customers moved from Pennsylvania, or was it Massachusetts to Wisconsin, relocated. He retired as a military. He was retired military. He quit his UPS job. He moved, and he was just a customer of ours, man, on Whatnot. And he moved, came here for a week just to see what it was like.
Yep.
Liked it, packed up, left. Moved in January 2024. Came into the office. We decided that we're getting a shop. That's when things started picking up, is when we got the shop. I locked in a good deal here. We have, see-through glass stream rooms for the kids. Everybody that comes in is like, holy crap, what's going on in here?
I love
Got
it.
Ricky screaming, and yeah, you can hear him outside, but you can't hear anything in the inside. So it keeps the studio cool, like kids can scream and you won't be able to hear him in the studio. But yeah, they can hear him. So Ricky's going nuts, and you got the kids like, what is going on, mom? Like, this is insane. It's
Love
That's
so
that.
fun.
awesome.
It's so fun. Yeah, it's so fun
Yeah,
to
it's
see
the
us,
interactive,
got to make it interactive.
yeah.
Just like the
That's
National, you got
yeah.
people walking past and we're throwing them free stuff or giving free packs away or giving free cards away. It's super important. So it's like we need those people, whether they're kids or they're adults, to see how our stream is. And
Yeah.
that's going to bring more people to it, right?
Yeah, the
Um,
other thing that noticed about you talking about your breaking at nationals, you guys had your mat, you were doing everything. You talk about transparency right in front of everybody. You did a break, and it was all laid out there,
oh yeah, yeah.
on
The
the
shipping.
breaking mat. Yep.
Yeah. You don't know how many questions I got from other people about where did I get that shipping mat from? It's
So what's the
crazy,
answer,
right?
man? Tell everybody. Where'd you get the shipping mat from?
Office Depot, you can customize your own custom mat. It's
There
a
you
foam
go.
custom mat. There you go. You can just go into Office Depot, customize your own foam mat, type in the customized table with your team names on there, and you'll be able to get it. Chat GPT it or something. I don't
There
know.
you go. AI,
Yeah.
man, AI.
Sure.
Let them do it,
That's
and bang,
right.
copy paste it in. Save it to your computer and upload it, and that's bang, it's done. And
Yeah.
so that's what we did. That's what I didn't chat GPT it. I had my partner make it because he was good at graphic design. Um, it was my idea, so I told him I said we need it like that. Anyways, yeah. So after that, we got the shop, and that's really where I started growing up. I recruited a couple other streamers. They accepted my deal. They came onto my team, started the singles channel up because I created that while Ricky and Kevin were running on Whatnot. I was running on Fanatics Live. I created the first 7,500 followers over there.
Nice.
I saw that it was working. We had a following.
Yep.
It was going really well. We were able to do boxes, packs. I was actually breaking over there. So we were doing breaks because I have a following for the singles and the breaks.
Yeah.
So
You see
it was
crossover in customers between Whatnot and
some,
Fanatics?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a weird thing actually. That is
Yeah.
actually a weird. You don't see tons of it, but there are some of it. Some people just love Whatnot, and some people don't love Whatnot. So that's all Fanatics Live. Like sometimes you'll see the crossover of both streams. Like, oh, we've got them from Fanatics Live, but they're on Whatnot, and oh, we got
Yeah.
our Whatnot guys from, and they're on Fanatics Live. But otherwise, some people are totally opposites. Like, hey, one's one and one's one. We're not doing both.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have a
well, so
preference? Which one do you enjoy
uh,
more? Or can you not say? And that's fine. If you can't say, you can't say. You're
yeah,
you're doing business everywhere.
yeah, I'm doing business everywhere, and that's how I like it, honestly. I would
Yeah.
rather just, I think all apps have their pros and their cons, and so I
Sure.
don't think I think actually doing what I'm doing is the smartest decision for any business, which is getting your name out there and being on every app.
Yeah. Be everywhere.
Be
Trying to get your
everywhere,
name out
man.
there. Yeah.
Network, market with every single company, because that's
Yeah.
gonna really grow you the most.
Right.
So,
But
So
yeah, actually, just so back to like the growth and the employee side, Matt and I were kind of discussing this. Like when you have, someone come in and they're breaking for you, do you let them kind of set what show they want to do? Like, hey, we're going to do $1 starts. We're going to do a PYT. Like, how do
no,
you decide that?
I decided it. I don't know. Yeah, it's just this is what you're on. It's a shift. It's your shift. Now I could change him off of that. I could say, hey, I'm moving you from singles to breaks all day. You won't even actually be on for next live anymore. I'm moving you from this live stream area. You're literally changing your studio. No longer on that team. It's a team. Like I mean, we do have that full structured team, right? But you also have those like small teams, just like any company would, right? Um, and
so
so
I
like I
so how
have
do you
not done that, by the way, so I want to do that.
yeah, how do you decide though then that for you, the strategy? Pick your team. How do you decide which one works? Just test and A/B test or just kind of go with what your gut says?
Yeah, so so usually we do pick your team for the first like 5 to 7 days of the product release, right? Makes sense. Why? The product's brand new. People are out there. People are looking for the product too. Like we're gonna honestly, we'll sell out. We'll sell out on day one. With like literally, we've been begging for more and more and more and more. And no, like, dude, it's impossible to find it.
How do
Yeah.
you determine like
Check
the
eBay.
weights on something like that, especially a new product? How do you determine like the weight that goes into like say the Yankees versus the Diamondbacks? Like, do you have
I mean,
like
yeah, all depends on the rookie class. It really depends on the rookie class. Like for 2025 finest, what Oakland's pretty good. Who else is good in this? I know the Brewers. I mean, Brewers not the best, but they got what Isaac Collins or what's his
Oh,
name?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Dude,
think
his prices were like $5 for his autos like 2 weeks ago, and now they're like $100+ today. Do you guys
huh,
see that actually?
I
So
didn't
like,
see
dude,
that.
they're probably actually a good buy, honestly, like right now. Their price is probably still low enough, weirdly, in these breaks that if you hit him, you're profitable. And that's like where like people could come in and sweep it up and make a killing on it. But yeah, I mean, it all depends. Like you got Jacob Wilson, and you got a whole bunch of people on the A's and what Nick
Yeah, the
Kurtz and
Kurtz,
yeah,
yep.
man, just killing it over there. And so that's that's gonna be the weight. The Yankees are always big though,
right.
for the most part, due to the fact they got like Jeter in every product they got.
Yeah.
Chase, I mean, honestly, you look at their checklist, dude. It's like so you can type it in online and just go and type in 2025 type tops finest, checklist, and then you click on that checklist for anybody that's listening, and you can literally just go in the checklist and see for yourself which one has a large checklist. Because most likely, if they have a large checklist, that team's going to cost you more
Yeah. So you kind of
theoretically.
yeah. Makes sense, makes sense.
Unless if they could have a small checklist, but that one big rookie, obviously, which bang, now your weight's up high.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The A's are the team. Give them 2
yeah,
years. I
that would
think
be the team, I
they're
think.
they're
Yeah,
fighting for the, AL championship. I'm calling it now. You heard it
dude, they're
here
good.
first. They're
Yeah,
damn good, man.
they are
Although
really good.
got rid of Mason Miller, but they picked up a couple prospects.
Dude,
So
and weirdly, I feel like I've met a lot of pro athletes throughout my live streaming time. It's weird how many people are in this that are actually pro athletes or prospects or whatever the case. And I've asked, who's your favorite like investment to buy? Being a hobbyist, they know what I mean. It's nothing to gamble or anything.
sure, yeah.
Um, dude, Mason Miller was on there. Like that was like, I don't know, man. So many pro athletes, I feel like, said
Uh,
his name.
he's a stud.
Yeah,
That
it's
guy
crazy.
throws
Speaking of
throws
him, you
some.
said his name, and I'm like, man, he's one of the best, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Sure, sure. So, when you're doing your breaks, I did notice a couple times that there's only like 29, 30 spots available. Is that by design? How's that work? What's that about?
Yeah, so I mean, for baseball, obviously, there's 30 MLB teams,
Yeah.
PYT, easy. Now, if we do $1 randoms, we do 29 randoms, high bid would, and this is, I don't think we did this at the national. We do this back here
Oh,
when
okay.
we're past that 5, 7 days of a new product. We do like a high bid goes to the Pirates or high bid goes to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are a big team.
Sure, yeah.
They got Roki and they got Jesus, man. I mean, you got Clayton Kershaw, Shohei Ohtani. Yeah.
Right.
So you're
Yeah.
talking big dog. That's a huge
Yeah.
team. We were talking about the
Alright.
A's, we talking about the Dodgers, you know? Jeez.
Yeah.
What are we
We don't
doing?
talk about the Dodgers on this show.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's
my
no,
bad.
I'm just teasing, dude. I'm just teasing. I'm
But in the end, it all depends. It's good to have like, consistency, but also uh that to be able to stream, and be able to do a different like something different like randoms. Like we like our pick your team. We want you to get your team, okay? But if we sell out, then we're not going to do randoms on that product. We'll move to a product that we've had that we bought wave 2, wave 3 that we'll do randoms on now. So we'll give you everybody the first come, first serve, take your team, and then once it hits like that 5, 7 day window, dollar starts
there you go. If you're
until people
listening,
don't want to pick
jump
your team
on
anymore,
jump on and
or
get a
till
dollar
you
start
only,
with Black
yeah.
Gold. There you
It's
go.
fun. We just sometimes do one box breaks. I mean, it doesn't always need to be a full case to make it less expensive for people. It's not always about how much money it's, like the hobby. Obviously, not everybody can afford a full case.
So, hey, we asked you about some tips. I mean, you're doing things right. You're growing. You grew. You're massive now, doing things right. What about some tips for people jumping in? You know, you got a lot of fans probably following you guys, excited about what you're doing, and they want to be you one day.
100%. Yeah, I
What are
would.
the tips?
What are the tips? I mean, work your butt off. Like seriously, I'm not gonna sit here and say this was built with the snap of a finger.
Right.
It wasn't, unfortunately. I wish it was because man, I wouldn't be as tired as I am right now. You're
Hey,
freaking tired.
yeah, and then you got family to take care of too. So,
Yeah, I got 3 kids. I got a wife.
yeah,
I got a mom. I got a dad. I got brothers. Family. I got family I care about. So unfortunately, I did have to work really, really hard. I had to tell my wife, like, hey, I'm bringing my laptop every single vacation that we go on. Hey, I'm sorry, like, we're on a walk. I have to answer every text message that comes through.
yeah,
Like, I feel sorry, but what I can say is I'm growing something for my family and for the hobby that people actually appreciate. But
yeah,
so my advice to people is work hard. Just work hard. If you don't think you're working hard and can look at yourself in the mirror at night, you're not working hard enough. Seriously, you have to be tired. Otherwise, you won't really, I mean, it depends on the level that you want to create something, but if you really, really want to get big or try to get big or have somebody actually tell you that you're big, even though you say that I'm big, I still feel like I'm not big.
yeah.
So thank
I
you.
don't
You're
know.
complimenting earlier.
I'm
I
looking at your
appreciate
numbers.
you.
I got news
Yeah.
for you. Breaking news. You're big, man. You got
Yeah.
some
So no,
serious
and I
numbers up
appreciate
there.
that. But yeah, working hard.
Yeah.
Making sure that you take your time on certain things. If you rush it, that's when you screw up. And we are talking about upset customers. You're gonna have a lot of upset customers because if you rush something and you ship one package out, now it is a domino.
Domino. Oh,
Trust
I
me.
know.
Been there, done
Yeah.
that, guys. Trust me. And I had a lot of people that I owed money to, and I had to pay them all back for every single spot. And some of them, the cards that they hit were worth more. And that really sucked. But you live and you learn the hard way. But, you know, it taught me what I needed to do to make it up for, you know,
Yeah,
do it right.
I mean, you can't grow a business if you're not gonna own your mistakes,
Oh,
learn
yeah,
from them,
obviously,
grow,
100%, man.
and make it right with the customer, so, yeah.
Yeah, so just work hard. If you work hard and you be creative, I told my team I've given a couple people job descriptions again this week just because they needed to get back in line, you know? Create and initiate things on your own behalf. Don't wait for me to come and tell you to do something, all right? The most important part of your job is to do that. And if you can't do that, it is time for you to find a new job because that's not Black Gold's model. It is to create and initiate on your own behalf, on your own feelings, on your own thoughts, because that's how this company is born. And so if you can do that, anything is possible, you know what I'm saying? And that goes to anybody out there. If you're just a kid thinking like one day I want to do this, this, and this, well, get your pen and get your paper. Gary Vee would say the same thing, bust your ass, and bang, there's always a possibility.
Yeah. And so, for that kid who's trying to jump on, how talk about product, procurement for somebody that, "Okay, I wanna start singles like Brian did, just jump on Facebook Marketplace." What's your advice there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I use Card Ladder. Card Ladder's your best friend. I don't know what you guys use. If you use 130 Point, there's a whole bunch of other things. Card Ladder is a paid subscription. It does give you some advantages, like you could play the field a little bit because it shows the index, the swings on cards and stuff
Yeah.
like that, whereas 130 Point does not. It just literally will give you a comp and it won't tell you index. So if it's a really rare card and there is like no comps of it,
Right.
well, you could maybe find something on Card Ladder that tells you index swing, and now that's why you're here, and now you made money. Now you made $4,000, whether you believe it or not. But that didn't, you know what I'm saying? That was actually a good offer based on what the market's saying, based on comps. But Card Ladder gives you that one advantage to make 4 or 5K
It
off of one card.
knows where it's going, gives you
That's
that.
where you need to be able to like create, initiate, and just go out there and create yourself. Because if you can do that, you're playing chess. You're literally playing chess. This is a chess. It's a game of chess.
Yeah.
And so any kid can take it and just take it for, you know, try to get a deal. You want deals on cards? I would probably shoot for the 70% to 80% mark. Don't rip people off. You rip people off, you'll lose all your. So if you go too
They
low, that
they
means
won't come
obviously,
back. Yeah.
you know, dude, they will never do business with you, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
I just heard a story, of somebody he didn't know what he had, posted a card, guy bought it, and then turned around and sold it for, I think, twice the value, so, I mean,
yeah, 50%'s a little low, but I mean, could be worse, I guess, right?
yeah, but at the same time, that person didn't have do what you just said, card ladder, do the
Yeah.
research,
So if you
know.
like, yeah, if you rip them off and rip them off knowingly, would you want that to happen to you?
No.
Another big thing is like the lot size. The bigger the lot, how I see it is the bigger the lot, you're not going to comp out every single card. So that means maybe the bigger the steal, if you can come to an agreement on a price, right?
Right.
That's how I see it. You're not ripping them off. You're not actually looking at a comp. You're guessing based on cards. And if you two agree, it could be your biggest deal ever because now it's like, now you're searching, but you could also get stuck in a pickle. So you got two ways that you could go. But as long as you're
Yeah,
smart, I feel like you can really
well,
profit that
when
way.
you're procuring cards, though, there's 2 sides of it. I mean, I'm sure we all know this, but okay, I got a great deal, but now I have to move all these cards, and how do I do that now, right?
You're
I've
live
got
streaming.
yeah, right, so just start dropping them on live streaming, right?
Man, but yeah, because I mean, we do the whole eBay gig. I have an eBay team as well here at Black Gold Sports Cards at the shop. Actually, my whole eBay team was at the National doing at the singles table, you know, upstairs. But in the end, man, the amount of cards that don't sell on eBay auctions that I could individually sell on a live stream is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben and I were
It
talking
is
about that.
crazy. Yeah, it is
It's
crazy.
like the transition in the hobby right now is like, you know, just the live stream factor in that you're turn and burn and you're, going through your singles and you can like same thing when we've sold things that like sat for 2 years, that you just like sell in a single show and you're like, that was just gonna sit otherwise because it's just not
Yeah,
getting
Yeah,
views.
another 2
because it
years.
won't even sell on
Yeah.
eBay, and it will sell at a single. It'll sell at a show,
Yeah.
but it just what you have to wait for the right buyer or the right crowd to come by. But if you have a good live stream, like a really, really good live stream where there's one hobbyist in there, there's also the flippers in there, there's also this in there, like those 3, 4, 5 things collide into one, well, you're gonna be able to sell your items, and anybody can create that as long as you bring a healthy live stream. It has to be healthy. Don't be the person if you lose, you don't know how many losses I've taken. Seriously, and this goes to the kids, anybody that's listening to this that really wants to get into this hobby and, like, wants to do what we're talking about, like, don't if you have a bad day, you have a bad day. If you have a bad week, you have a bad week. But it's like a basketball game or shooting a free throw. Do you think that you're gonna become better at shooting that free throw by getting upset and just putting your head down 24/7? No.
Got to get back out there.
So, you just gotta get back out there, and you're gonna say to yourself that you're gonna make the free throw, and that you're gonna have a good live stream, and that you're gonna have a positive attitude, whether you win or you lose on every single auction, and that's my rule with Black Gold, seriously. Like I was telling you guys earlier, if one of my guys ever comes off wrong, you better reach out to me. I wanna know, because I have a problem with that. I have a problem with people turning people down or hurting people's feelings because that is not what the hobby is for. That is gonna hurt the hobby.
Yeah.
And as you can see, like, dude, we're all up in like we're all fun people to be around. So
Oh, yeah, man, we watched you guys break live on the Whatnot stage. We watched you break over at your booth. I mean, your old team was in it. In fact, I ran into one of your guys, I don't know, was grabbing the food or something, and you were breaking Star Wars. He saw me and he was all excited because he just did, I think it was 1 out of 5. I can't remember the
so you have the
card.
red auto or
There,
something.
see, look, the guy
Yeah,
remembers
I
it.
have it, dude.
Uh,
I still have it. Yeah,
it,
we're
he
sending
was
it to
all
grading.
excited about it, yelling at me from across the way. He's like, "Hey, did you see our card?" Like, the genuineness and authenticity of your
Mm.
team was very, very much on display. So as we wrap this thing up, man, tell us what's next. What do you any big plans, anything coming out we need to be
Yeah,
keeping our eye out for?
100%. So we are creating a 4th live stream now, and that will be eBay Live.
Okay.
Nice.
So we are going to be jumping on eBay Live. We will then also be creating a 5th stream, and we'll be on Loupe. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yep, Loupe. So, and we will be working with, all the like I said, the most important thing for me, there was no comment earlier, and I sincerely meant that. All these companies mean more than you can believe it to me, because it is my livelihood. I worked really hard for all of this. So being on every single one is super important to me. It's important for the team, and the overall growth of us is dependent on that. So,
Sure, yeah.
um, yeah. So
So
I
eBay
mean,
Live is next and then Loop.
eBay Live's next, then Loop.
When are you gonna hit eBay Live? Is there a projected date
eBay
or
Live's gonna be coming out in 4 to 6 weeks. That's the time turnaround on that, and that's out of my control. That's on eBay Live, and that's
yeah,
okay. Gives me some time to get my studio all set up here and make sure it's up and running correctly. Loop will be probably right around actually the same time after I think about it. I'm gonna shoot for, like, end of August, end of September, so maybe a little bit after eBay if I mean, there's a shot that it could be before, but I doubt it, you know?
just
Anyways,
keep
yeah, we're just gonna
just
keep
keep
grinding.
grinding, huh?
Keep grinding, finding if anybody's looking for a job that wants to maybe move to Wisconsin, seriously, reach out. I'm not even joking. I will
Yeah.
move you here. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
No, I
No,
might
no,
apply.
I know you're
I
not.
might. I might come out of Arizona now. I'd be like, go back to the Midwest. What?
Dude, if you want to come up here and check it out, feel free. It's awesome. It's a fun shop. So even if you didn't want the job, I'm sure you would have fun looking through all the singles and stuff in the shop.
Oh,
Um,
count
Man,
on
there's
that.
a ton.
Count on that because we'll come. I
Yeah.
mean, RJ family from Chicago, so it's a short little ride up there.
Let me
But
ask you, if I ever do go to Arizona, what's your guys' favorite card shop?
oh man, that's
So
tough. RJ, go.
In Arizona,
yeah, well,
yeah.
my
Yeah,
my local one I go to quite a bit is Showtime. They're usually really receptive when you go in there. Carry newish products, stuff like that. But um, it's just kind of more of a chill vibe in there, right? You can
yeah.
pull all your boxes off the wall and sit at tables and go through singles
I've
and do
got
all that
tables
stuff.
set up.
So, yeah, it's a little bit more on the chill side, which isn't too bad. But
Yeah, and I got one down the street. It's called Box Seat Collectibles. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny shop. That dude's probably in his 70s, and the people that work there are fantastic. But tiny shop, and there's more cards than there probably should be. It's probably a fire hazard, but
yeah.
great place, good
I feel
people.
like all of our shops out
Okay.
here matter like small and intimate. Like I don't know of anything that's like you're saying if like how you've got a breaking studio in your no, there's nothing like that out here. Nothing, you
No.
know? Or else I would be knocking on that door and, waving at, whatever live
Do you see
streaming.
Brian's do you see the wheels turning in Brian's head? He's like, "There's nothing out like that, huh? Maybe I
Yeah.
could, expand, franchise out," right?
Yeah,
And I
it's
know you're not
crazy.
joking about hiring because 'cause I'm looking at your website and you're looking for a digital creator and several other folks, so good for
I
you
mean, I'm
guys, man.
looking to hire, yeah. I mean, the more streamers I can hire, the more other people, I mean, literally the streamers, I'm looking for, like, I could find 10 streamers today that are quality streamers, okay? You gotta have quality if you want the job. I pay well. I have to pay well because that shows, just like you guys, if you guys are ever, like, for you guys went to the Nashville, did you guys buy any cards that you were gonna flip, or did you look to try
Oh
to do you guys do that or no?
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but,
picked up a couple cards.
yeah, I picked up
So,
some
like,
PC stuff, so
EC stuff, okay, so but what about Matt? Did you, like, pick up a card that you were gonna or maybe resell, or you got it for a really good deal and maybe eventually resell, or
I did not because we were working, pretty damn hard this trip, but,
Yeah.
no?
I
Okay.
well,
we learned our
I
lesson.
picked up one, like, because Matt and I have been toying with, like, an idea for some cards and
Or
stuff like that,
yeah,
but
I meant RJ actually, Matt
yeah,
just
no,
told me
it's all
that.
good. Yeah,
My
it's,
bad, sorry.
yeah, so actually I picked up, a PSA 6 foil Jeter, rookie. So, but it was
Nice.
only he only had it for listed for 85, and I'm like, "Man, these things alone, can be like 110, 115." So I've got that one in my back
100%.
pocket, And so that's some of the feedback we heard about the Nationals, like, "Oh, it's too crowded, table prices are higher." The deals were there, you just had to find them, which is like it's like
100%.
any, card sale, right, or card show, right? You just
Yeah,
gotta find it.
It's like anything,
So,
man,
gotta do the
100%. Yeah,
work.
you go to 5 different shops, you're gonna find deals, it's just a matter of, putting it's a grind,
right,
and that
yeah,
was the whole point to it. Like you're doing grinding, I pay my guys well because of the grind. If you don't have anything to work towards, why would you wanna work there?
Yep.
yeah,
Because this is what the hobby's about. Whether it's you guys are out here doing your podcast, grinding, or finding cards at the National, RJ, and you're gonna maybe flip it one day, that's a grind, whether you believe it or not believe it. That's how the hobby starts and finishes all day, every day. And so that's how I want my employees to feel. Because if you can make it feel like that, you're living your dream job.
Yep,
And you're
100%.
working for yourself, whether you think you're working for Black Gold or not, you really are working for yourself and you're working for Black Gold. So it's an amazing concept. And that's why I pay well. That was the whole point. Sorry,
yeah.
that I
No,
had
well,
to
that's
ask those
actually
personal questions in order
no,
to make that point.
that's great. Actually, that's a good question of, like, on the pay scale, since you're a business, are you paying, like, hourly, or do they have, like, quotas they need to hit, or, like, how does
Salary.
No, yeah. So based on my overall years of doing this, if you start doing the commission thing, find yourself into some trouble
Alright,
eventually. It's
yeah,
a lot of work, a lot of managing things, and you're just gonna cause problems between you and the worker. I start my streamers, if you're a live streamer, start you out at 45 to $50,000 salary.
nice, yeah,
Nice.
Okay. My lead my leads are making 75K salary as a full-time breaker.
Nice.
You gotta like I said, I'm not lying, it's a grind. I'm here, yes, I'm the CEO, I'm the president of the company. I'm also an owner of the company, so that is completely separate than my position here. I am making $0 as an owner because I am fully vested long term in my employees, right? Makes sense. You don't hear
yeah.
that much from a company if you really think about it. They want
No,
something.
not anymore,
Yes,
not
yes,
at all.
I am going to pay my guys and I'm going to continue to feed them my promises because if I can do that, I think that I can build a very, very successful company long term. And I will then, as an owner, and that's the dream because people would agree with you and say you're a good person too. That owner deserves something after a certain amount of time, doesn't he? And so if I do make money, that's great. I treated my employees well. And on top, I'm going to make something. And that's really what an owner should be doing in our world, anyways, in
yeah.
any other company.
I mean, you got
So
the right philosophy, people first, customers first. I mean,
if you're going to start this up, you got to have the right philosophy too.
yeah, you're building it up, man, and we're here for it, and we're gonna keep watching you grow, man.
RJ, if you want to apply, I'll be looking up for your application. All
There
right.
you
I
I'm
go.
ready.
I'll
Well,
take
Bryan,
keep that in
I'm ready
mind.
for it.
Yeah.
Now you got me up and now you got me excited about this. All right. I've been looking
let's
for
go.
something.
Hey, man,
Quality fruit.
appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah.
We're gonna be tracking you, keeping an eye out for you, and we'll be in touch, watching you grow on these eBay channel and onto Loupe. So, congratulations
Hey,
Appreciate
on
you
all the
guys.
success, man.
thanks so much. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. And if you guys ever go to a larger show, make sure you guys reach out. Maybe we can meet up. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, 100%, man. Thanks a lot.
All
Appreciate
right.
you being here.
Yep. Sounds good. See you guys.
Thanks for listening to Behind the Brakes. We appreciate you being here with us and helping us grow this community. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Make sure to like, follow, or subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.